Hello lovelies, hopefully signal's alright. I know I'm a bit low on data. I wanted to share with you about my 7-week chakra healing course. This was given to me during lockdown. It was some cards that I'd picked up in a charity shop, and I had them for years, and I just had them at the side of the sofa. And then I started experimenting with wax melts, and all of a sudden I was given these smells. So the idea is that it triggers the senses. Then you also change your diet. So there's a soup with each chakra. This one's the root chakra, which is the first one. And then when we get to the throat, it turns into a smoothie, and then up to the crown. These are the wax melts, and and each chakra comes with an affirmation to work on each of the chakras. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. If you're interested, let me know. Right, collective message from the fairies for the energy frequency at this minute. Opportunities. We've just had the full moon eclipse, partial eclipse. Dreams have been a bit weird of late. But just bringing stuff up to the surface, I guess. Let me know in the comments how you're getting on, what you're experiencing. Now we've got two. So we've got the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Now the Seven of Swords represents, it can represent mental. Swords is always mental, it's in the mind, but what she's trying to decipher here is whether the water's clean or not, whether there's any misendeavours going on. It can also be a warning not to be mindful of how you're using your mental energy. Manipulation, stuff like that, when sometimes we're not aware of what it is that we're doing, but she's siphoning, is that the right word, the water on the rose. She's trying to see why this rose has turned blue. Hello, my darling. She's trying to see why this rose has turned blue, and she's siphoning the water through. So the Seven of Swords can be this, like, I'm just going to I'm going to work out. I'm going to try and work out what's going on here. And then the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. So it could be that this is manifestations coming into fruition. Sometimes they can look like it's too good to be true. It's like, can I trust this? Can I trust this Nine of Cups? Now that Nine of Cups, like I say, has got this couple hugging each other, but the Nine of Cups can often represent, you know, we have 9 cups and we fill them ourselves, but normally it represents a wish coming true. With the Seven of Swords, it's like, can I trust this? Is it real? Is what I'm seeing, you know, solid? I'm feeling it out. I'm going to siphon this mental, you know, thought processes, whatever, to see whether, you know, I'm not going to pour dirty water on my roses that I've taken such a long time to grow. These are seeds that we've put out. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is putting down a burden. It's enough is enough. it can represent when we've sort of agreed to too many responsibilities. We've said we'll do this, we've said we'll do that, you know, we're working multiple jobs, we're doing whatever, and then it's just like the straw that breaks the camel's back, just put the burden down. Actually, it's kind of siphoning through what's mine, what's not mine. What responsibilities have I got that I have said, you know, I'm being responsible for this, and actually it's not mine. So it's putting the burden down. We shall have a look at the Oracle Fairies, see what else comes out with it. There's less ringing today, which is good. I'm not going to complain. So, oh, that was quick. That was very quick. Fairy spotting. Okay, so again, this kind of goes in line with this Seven of Swords and the Nine of Cups. I'm going to get my glasses on. So fairy spotting asks us, it's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. So like I say, it's a mindset. It's what we may have... it doesn't mean that because we're not seeing it in front of us, this could be where the Seven of Swords is coming through. It's like this inability to be able to trust what it is that we're seeing, which is our Nine of Cups, which is something that we've manifested. Or we're seeing a manifestation coming into fruition. But in order to bring our manifestations, we have to believe it to already be here. And that's what this card is saying. It's not about, oh, well, you know, I need to see it in front of me. I need to see fairies to believe in them. No, you need to believe in them and then you see them. And that, I think that is what is causing... I love the fact that there's a hell of a lot of purple, which again is the mind space. It's peace of mind. It's using that third eye, mind, you know, and there's purple in here as well, especially with the flower. They do go very well hand in hand. Bottom of the deck we have protection. So the fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of light and love. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. Now, for years, I've been saying I'm protected from the highest level, and I realised at some point in the last couple of weeks that what I've actually been doing by saying from is blocking. I mean, I don't think it's made any difference. It's just something that I'd become aware of. That I had to change the word from to of. I am protected. Anyway, I'll get back to that. But yeah, there is protection. And as you can see, it's from all levels, from the root up, the heart, the solar plexus, the heart again, you know, the mind, 100% protected. And maybe that is a burden. Maybe that's one of the burdens we needed to put down, is this feeling of not feeling that. But yeah, I do feel that the Seven of Swords is like, can I trust what I'm seeing? It's the opposite. Believing is seeing. You believe it. Believe that your Nine of Cups is already here. Wish fulfillment. I have protection of the highest level. I mean, I don't, you know, I've never not felt it. So, I mean, but it was just something that I was made aware of whilst asking, and I always ask. And again, you know, that is just self-awareness in thought patterns. You know, what is it I'm thinking about today? Where are my thought patterns? What am I focusing on? So something for the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can also be like trickery. I think in the Druid deck, it's kind of like Seven of Swords is using intention, number 11. So this is exactly what I was saying here, is it's all about the intention. It's all about what you think you put out to the universe. Now this horn on the unicorn represents the crown chakra going upwards. That's why a couple of years ago, unicorns, it was all about the unicorns. People weren't obviously aware that it was just all these toys coming out in the shops, but it was actually crown activations taking place. And hi Sam. And so intentions, what is it that I'm thinking that's sending this out? So as we're moving forward, and we're you know, having our day to day or whatever, what it is that we think we're sending out is actually leaving like a trail behind us, or in the in our reality, of what it is that we're creating as we're moving forward. Intentions. So along with the, and again, these are really beautiful, like blue, purple. So this is all throat chakra up work. They go so well together. It's all throat chakra up. But again, it's like, so the Nine of Cups is coming in through your believing is seeing, intention, and the Nine of Cups. So the Seven of Swords is asking us to trust that, not to, you know, think about it too much, really. Put that burden down. So positive-minded people at the bottom of the deck. And again, you know, I've had this over the last couple of days. You know, I thought I've been having things come up for me, comments, this, that and the other. And I thought, do you know what? If you've got at least 3 people around you who see you, then you're very lucky. And then you can kind of siphon out anyone who doesn't. You don't see me, you know. And it's about having these positive people around. And even if that means having nobody around, if you know yourself, then that's all that matters. Positive, like-minded people. And then with having this circle of positive, like-minded people, we have more chance of manifesting the world that we want to live in, because obviously the intentions that go out are of the same vibration, so it's more powerful. And again, that's a green one, so that's heart chakra space. And that again, putting the burden down of you're not everyone's cup of tea, and people can only see you from the level that they're at. But it's not our job to make everybody see us, as long as we see ourselves. So we're going to go a bit deeper with this. Nine of Cups, intention, Seven of Swords. Yeah, the Seven of Swords, I'm gonna, I might even get the Druid deck out for that. Seven of Swords, Nine of Cups. So it feels like there are manifestations coming through that we're having a little bit of difficulty believing in. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, look at that, it's harvest time. Look at that, bountiful of fruit and everything. Obviously we're coming up to the equinox as well. But the Ace of Pentacles is like, one, it's a gift that's come online. It's normally after closing something out, but it could be, it's the ace, it's the beginning of. This could be like a new business, a new something, but it's all to do with a gift that's just come online. Maybe you have, you know, fairy spotting, it's time to go fairy spotting. Maybe there's been a third eye activation, and that brings about this new gift. And it could be, again, it's something maybe it's been manifested through positive intentions. Ace of, yeah, so a little bit more. Give me something on the Seven of Swords. The Hanged Fair. Now that the Hanged Fair is, I let go of my need to control outcomes. I'm going to surrender to, I'm not going to have any attachment to the outcome. She's just dangling from the bindweed. But it's also, yeah, it's surrendering control, but it's also looking at things from a different angle. And it's not doing anything, it's just watching, it's just seeing. Let's see, you know, let's release control of the outcome or the situation, and let's have a little look. And I think that's what's going on with the Seven of Swords. She's siphoning out the water. She's trying to see, but maybe trying to you know, have too much control. Again, that could be putting the burdens down. I've swapped them over. Let me put that back where it was. So, letting go of control, putting the burdens down. Fairy spotting. And so the Chariot. Now the Chariot is moving forward fiercely. She's all in blue. She's actually, with the blue represents being, you know, speaking your mind, speaking one's truth. But she's gone into the shadow. She's gone in. She's done the shadow work, and what she's done is she's alchemized her shadow with her light, and now she's moving forward in her intended direction. Intention, there she is again on this unicorn. I'm moving forward. I'm leaving this blaze of positive manifestation, intention behind, you know, as I move forward. Now the High Priestess is at the bottom, and the High Priestess always represents, she's got her eyes shut. She knows without knowing. She can feel anything out. It's like you can go into a room and she just, or she'll get given an invitation to go somewhere, and she'll instinctively know whether she wants to be there or not. She always goes with her gut, which is why her eyes are closed. And again, this is the what moves her forward is her inability, her ability to be able to feel a room out, know exactly who's right for her, who's not right for her, what the background story. It takes a lot of work to get into this, but she doesn't do it by seeing. She does it by believing. She believes in herself. She's holding this around her solar plexus, so her gut tells her. She doesn't need to see with her eyes, and her intuition is bang on. still want to know what this what's the Seven of Swords around? So that landed on the Nine of Cups, and that's the Three of Swords. So there's been, or there is, this possible Seven of Swords feeling. So they kind of counteract each other. The Seven of Swords is, you know, mental, it's untrust. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. But I think this has come through as like a fear of heartache is what I'm getting. There's this Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment, but there's also, and it jumped out on the pair of them, the Seven of Swords, is like, can I trust? Can I trust what I'm seeing, or am I going to end up heartbroken? Or there has been some heartbreak, but that's not what I got. This is what I'm feeling, is that these wish fulfillments are coming through, but there's a fear of sorrow, heartbreak. That's what the Seven of Swords is. She's almost trying to control the outcome. Or decipher what the outcome's going to be. And the message here is to let go of control of the outcome. Because you have to, when you let go of control of the outcome, you can view things differently. So High Priestess, letting go of control of the outcome, just trust. She trusts in herself. She doesn't trust in anything outside of herself. She's got her crystal ball. She uses all of her gifts to move forward. And obviously, third eye, seeing is believing. And then the Wheel of Fortune. So something has closed out, and in letting go of control of the situation, the wheel then turns. So this is prosperity, but this is prosperity on lots of levels. With the Nine of Cups, you know, it's like something that you've manifested. We've got the Magician at the bottom of the card as well. So, as I said before, we are in harvest season. Where's that gone? The Ace of Pentacles is the harvest. The harvest is coming in. The Wheel of Fortune has turned because of the work that you've done manifesting. And it's due to having good intentions, putting out good intentions. And the good intentions, if we just put out good intentions for ourselves, you know, it needs to be the way that we're moving forward is a collective. As a collective, I'm going to do this for myself because it's going to benefit a lot of people. That kind of intention. And then the Ace of Cups. So this is definitely, let me put her there. This is falling in love. Falling in love with self, always first. Activation, heart activation, which may have come through a little bit of heartbreak, because when the heart's broken, it's open. We have to understand that. Sometimes we carry a lot in our heart chakras, which is what is being cleared out at the minute, and it takes an actual heartbreak for it to crack. When you see the picture of the heart, and it's got, when you give a heartbreak emoji, if you like, and it's got this massive crack down the middle, that's it opening up, that's it releasing, that's it emptying out. And then we have a heart activation, which is the Ace of Cups, which is falling in love. So this could be falling in love with self, falling in love with an idea, falling in love with somebody else, falling in love, just, I have this cup, this is my cup, I'm going to fill it myself. I'm going to do what is in my heart space. Anything else? my cards out next, see what we get from that. So the Tower, again, this is a collapse. Whatever it was wasn't built on solid foundations, so that it has to come in. The lightning strikes. This could have been the eclipse. The lightning strikes, it comes in and it breaks down to ground zero. Now, some people find this quite, shocking. It can be a shock to the system, but it is, what we've got to understand is that if anything actually collapses around us, it's because it's not built on solid foundations. And as we're seeing this individually and collectively, we're also going to start seeing it on the outside, which is a good thing. But we have to, each of us, if every single one of us on the planet took responsibility for our own healing journey and finding peace within, we'd see peace on earth. And this is like, right, this, whatever it was, whether it was work, whether it was relationships, whatever it was, it brought it down, burnt it right down to the ground, so it could be built up again on more solid foundations. There's definitely a heart chakra activation going on there, and possibly some heartbreak. But like I said, you can't have heartbreak. It's, a broken heart is an open heart. And the Magician, so again, this is manifesting energy into intention. This is right. I have mastered my swords, my cups, my wands, and now I'm going to use everything that I've learnt to make positive intentions through my mind space, through my crown chakra, as I'm moving forward to manifest whatever it is that you want. And I'll go back because I know some people have only just jumped on. But the Seven of Swords was like not 100% trusting that this Nine of Cups is on its way. This is what we have manifested, but trying to almost control how much water is being spilled or poured onto that flower, or trying to manipulate, if you like. But fairy spotting, it's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. So the High Priestess knows. She believes in herself. She trusts her gut feeling. Her crown chakra is open. She believes in her dreams. And then it manifests into reality. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Ten of Cups. So this is like all round. I have 10 cups and I have filled them with all the things that bring me joy from a heart-centered space. I don't do, be, or surround myself with anything that is not heart-centered. That's a good way to look at it. It's like I won't go to work. So the Knight of Wands is the rebel. The Knight of Wands, and I'm getting this whilst I'm doing the reading, it's a very fiery energy, but it's not, he's not I mean, it's a she here, but it's either or, it's an energy. The Knight of Wands is like, I'm ready. I'm ready to go against the grain. I'm ready to stand up. I'm ready to walk my own path. I don't care what the whole world's doing. I'm going to do it my way. And I've got this fiery passion behind me. But sometimes he needs to make or she needs to make a decision. I've got this energy. Where is it going to go? What am I going to focus it on? It could also be news coming in. It's going to be very fast, fiery news, or maybe a new business idea with the Ace of Pentacles. you'd like notifications on any readings, let me know. So, right, that's kind of closed that out. There was a feeling of entrapment. Now, this is a mental state of mind. This is, I can't leave because I can't leave my job because I won't have enough money. I can't leave this relationship because of, this is a mental entrapment, and it takes surrender, it takes trust, it takes a very, and then of course this probably came in and collapsed everything out of the, and then it takes, I surrender, I let go my need to control outcomes and to actually believe and trust that there is something better. And it came out with the Eight of where are we? Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is, I'm not fully satisfied with what's going on at the moment. I'm not, this isn't filling my cup. I'm in a job that's not giving me what I want to fill my heart space. I'm in a relationship that's not serving me. So I'm going to Eight of Cups. I'm going to jump on my dragonfly and I'm going to go. I'm going to move in a different direction. I'm turning my back on whatever it is that was making me feel like I'm stuck, I'm trapped, and then moving away. Moving on. And like I say, there could have been some heartbreak. Now, some of these are different sizes. So I'll just see what pops out, because I haven't really had the chance to write poems on all of them. But I'm curious. And please let me know if they make sense or not, because obviously I don't want to carry on using them if they're not really making any sense. So we've got the book and we've got the lantern at the bottom. So the lantern represents, obviously, God blimey, they're big to hold. The lantern represents knowledge coming to light. And as you can see, it's surrounded by flowers. So this is, again, it's blooming, but something, it's almost like, da-da, the light bulb has just come on. It's being able to see. It's also, like I say, it's knowledge. Something's come through knowledge-wise. But it's learning, and it's a continuation of learning, hence the fact that these roses are, it's also protection around this mind space, but it's learning and growing due to enlightenment is what I'm getting with that. And then we've got the book. Now I love this. Now the clouds can represent this, again, this is solid foundations, this is old, it's an old book. It could be old news, like not old news, but as in old knowledge that's now being brought to the fore. It's coming, it's above in the clouds, which means that it's of a higher consciousness, but it could also be saying this is your book, this is your time to write. But the way that it's covered in this purple and it's on top of the gold is that it's old knowledge that is now coming out, because obviously down here it's cloudy, you can't really see anything down here, and it kind of feels like this is what the planet kind of looks like, a bit murky. Well, obviously we know that the skies are looking a lot like that at the moment, so this is higher knowledge. It could be asking us to go and look in a book or to seek out some higher form of knowledge, but the pages are open, it's there for the taking. I don't know if anything else is going to come out with that. Oh, now this jumped on the Ace and the Chariot. So the fox. So the fox is very cunning, but not in, sometimes, well, before I say previously, I used to think that the fox was quite sly, but actually I've seen a few foxes, they work at night. They are actually said to be the animal that links the Earth Kingdom with the fairy realm, and that's why that they're cunning. It's using wit. I've also seen that it can be romantic as well. But yeah, so that's why they do everything that they do at night. And one of the things that changed my mind around the fox is that obviously I've got quite a few that walk through here, and there's like a fairy garden out the back. So it's almost like they're the protectors, but it is asking us to be a bit more cunning. And that's what the Seven of Swords is as well. It's like, just filter out the water. Use your instincts. Use your crown chakra. Listen to your dreams. Go with your gut feelings. Now there's what is that? It's almost like a mirror. But we have fox energy around, which is, again, it's this mental quickness, adaptability to be able to sniff things out, maybe, who has got good intentions. Do people around you have good intentions? That's what the Seven of Swords is kind of screaming out at me. But it's positive-minded people and protection. So again, it's quite easy for me to be able to feel out whether somebody has positive intentions around me or not. And I never used to be able to do that. I can do it like that now. And there's a doorway as well. So this is an opportunity, but this is a heart chakra doorway. That is the heart chakra. It might be closed at the minute. Something may happen, a tower moment may come, breaks everything down, a bit of heartache, opens up the heart chakra. This is a heart chakra activation. And an opportunity to go through that doorway. And again, there's knowledge to be had, higher knowledge. This feels like higher knowledge, either in books or just through surrounding yourself with positive-minded people. I'm going to see what the Labyrinth Fairies have to say. These like to jump all over the place. Anything more on the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Cups? It's got that feeling of my Nine of Cups. I'm seeing my Nine of Cups, but I'm not quite believing it. So the Maiden. Now, I don't know if you know the Maiden, the Maiden, the mother of the crone, but this is the birth of something new. And as you can see here, these are her chakras. Now, we have 12, but we're only told we have 7. But these are being activated. This is a time to celebrate. This is new beginnings. Something, that's why she's, she's all vulnerable, if you like, as a child. It's a new beginning, but there does come with it a little bit of a warning not to spoil the child or spoil ourselves. They need discipline. 14 is 5, so that's change. Honesty. Now this speaks of, like it says, honesty. So it's about being honest with ourselves. Can we look in the mirror and be completely and utterly honest with ourselves? And then are we being honest with other people? But honesty is what this tower is, the foundation of it needs to be on. Anything that's not, and again, on the inside, and then we see it on the outside. Anything that's not authentic and transparent is actually being removed. And the tower comes in and collapses it, removes it. This isn't built on the foundations that we're moving forward into, which takes a lot. So that's what that card speaks about, is being honest with yourself. The High Priestess, that's why she sits with her hands open and her eyes shut. She's tuning in. The Queen of Wands would also do that as well. And then Singer of Initiation. Initiation is like a test. Are you going to believe what you're seeing in front of you? This is what you've manifested. This is what you've manifested. This is what you've asked for. It's coming in. Are you going to believe it, or are you going to be, Seven of Swords? Oh, can I trust it? Can't I trust it? Singer of Initiation. I'm going to read that. But it's a number 9, which is the 9 of Cups as well. Trust the process. Passage through, trial, triumph, and a new level. So I'm going to read it. Breakthrough. Drawing this card notifies us that significant change and challenge are both occurring in our lives, with the potential for moving into a new realm, which involves a new way of being. This major change has been building for a long time, and the moment is now here to meet this challenge. We may already be aware of the initiation process, but perhaps we've only seen it as bad luck or fate, which is the Tower. It's neither. It's an opportunity to see if we have, deep down, truly learned the lessons we've been working on and are willing to apply them in our lives. Often knowing just what the initiation is about can seem one of the most difficult aspects of the process. However, once passed, it eventually will all become clear in hindsight. For now, we only need to know, as this singer said to one Oracle group member, it can be done. Look with your heart. That's the Ace of Cups. The presence of the Singer of Initiation and reading often precedes a period of success, of seeing, accepting and using our own powers at a higher and more ethical level, which is here. We move into greater fulfillment of our potentials. It also means taking on a new level of responsibility for ourselves in the world. The gate is open to us. We must take action of stepping through it. I think that's it. I mean, that's the gate. Pretty happy with that. Let me know if you're happy with that. Love this. Thanks. I was just wondering, is it going all right? Thanks, Sam. Thanks for the affirmation. What's it called? Right. Anything else? So yeah, a bit of initiation going on, and it does come with more responsibility. But I do feel like these are what we've manifested. Ecstasy. Ecstasis. I look at that and I see dragonfly wings. There's a bloody fly on my camera. It's a number 2. it speaks of a feeling of ecstasy, basically, ecstatic. I might not have got the word right. Number 2, ecstasy, joy, rapture and motivation. Ecstasy is something people seek. It feels better than good, it feels well, it feels ecstatic. We experience it in tiny bursts and in bigger surges. It enables us to recognise the sacred nature of our own being as an experienced fact, not merely a theory or article of faith. Ecstasy is not something we make within ourselves, but something that flows through us when we open ourselves to it. It fills us with power and with motivation to grow, to become what we have the positive potential of being, and to fulfill our purpose in being here and now on this planet. We are feeling these surges of joy, we are empowered, and we know that we are on the appropriate track for us, the track that leads to greater meaning and fulfilment in our lives. This carded in reading says, among other things, go for it. It confirms that we are on course, moving in a good direction, and that we are in harmony with the great song. It says great joy and great accomplishment are within your reach. Its song also lights up and empowers the cards around it, healing the past, intensifying the moment, and enlightening the future. I'm going to close with a rose. I think that was beautiful. This Knight of Wands feels very much like the fox energy. They're very protective. They're very clever. Mental agility. And they are the keepers between this realm and the other, and the fairy realm, apparently. I didn't know that. So when you see foxes, know that they're protecting the fairy realms. I thought we had one then. Are we ready to close, or is there more? I do wonder when they don't jump, it's like, is there more? That was at the bottom of the deck. The fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency and secret beginnings. It's like she's breathing it out into existence. And that's what it feels like. I don't know whether that didn't jump out. That was, on my days, that was at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to go with this. It's number 34. I absolutely love this card. If you can see there, this is probably one of my favourite cards in the book, but if you can see there, she is holding the sword of truth. Truth, justice, clarity. Now, that is if you like, the higher self or whatever, activated with the crown chakra, and this is the masculine or whatever, removing the mask, being able to see through. I think this is almost like the fairy card of the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. She sees through all. And that beautiful green light at the top, that's healing. Healing, get off my coffee, you, sorry. That's healing. So I'm going to go with that, 34. 34, as Sophia would say. It's 34, Grinny. At this time, you're discovering new truths about yourself. They are essential for you to know in order to create relationships based on mutual support, affection, and trust. These things can only work if we see ourselves and others as we are. Currently, both fairy and this world are functioning as a giant mirror in which we see ourselves in many surprising ways. People tend to dread this because we assume that we are worse than we think we are, but this is far from necessarily true. Now is the time for finding out the false and misleading beliefs you have accepted and discovering that you are a better person than you thought and have the potential to accomplish more than you believed you could. If someone says you are better or simply different than you think you are, don't automatically reject this. Think it over carefully. You have more to give and more to enjoy than you've been giving yourself credit for. I think that one really wanted to come out. So I'm going to see now if we can close with a rose. Because we are dropping these masks. These masks are stuff that we were told, especially from the age of 0 to 7, and then we go to school, and then, you know, these they need to be removed. They're falsehoods. That could be why the Seven of Swords came out as well. Falsehoods. Close with a rose. Okay, we got 3. Sureness of the soil, unseen help, support and community. At the bottom of the deck. Blimey, there's 4. Okay, healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. The bloom. Creations realised. Right time. Harvest and celebrate. We had harvest on the Ace of Pentacles as well. Celebrate good times. Come on. The Rose Garden. Innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. That's her. Innocence, the beginning, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. And a new story. Oh, I love this. You decide. Alignment. It's all coming together. I love you lots.